और यूएन में हमारे ज़रूर प्रयास होगी इस साल, जो कि एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण साल है हमारे लिए और यूएन के लिए भी। इसमें हम कैसे हमारे ऑब्जेक्टिव्स को सिक्योर कर सकते हैं, हम ज़रूर इसमें हम ज़रूर शामिल होंगे इस डिस्कशन में। आई थिंक द इशू ऑफ वैक्सीन्स, I think Sirinjoy's question was the issue of the UK's approach on vaccines. Now, the basic issue is that here is a vaccine, Covishield, which is a licensed product of a UK company, manufactured in India, of which we have supplied 5 million doses to the UK at the request of the government of the UK. We understand that this has been used in the national health system, and therefore non-recognition of Covishield is a discriminatory policy and does impact on those of our citizens travelling to the UK. The Honourable External Affairs Minister, from what I understand, has raised this issue strongly with his counterpart, the new Foreign Secretary of the United Kingdom, and I'm told that certain assurances have been given that this issue would be resolved, and as you saw, the Minister has said that these issues should be resolved at the earliest possible to mutual satisfaction. We have also offered some of our partner countries the option of a mutual recognition of vaccination certificates or vaccine certification, but these are reciprocal measures. I think if obviously, as we go along, we will have to see how it goes. But if we don't get satisfaction, we would be within our rights to impose reciprocal measures. Sorry, I think there is one on the U.S. policy as well. Look, the U.S. policy has been gradually liberalized, as you can see. We have been we were under a certain category. We've been upgraded. The U.S. also took steps, as I mentioned in my opening remarks, to ensure that visas for students, Indian students who had to travel to the US to join universities, colleges, institutions, were provided, were speeded up. I think that process is now over. They're now moving, from what I understand, to the professional category, where a number of professionals would be given visas, Indian professionals, to travel to the US. We've also seen, as you mentioned in the report, that fully vaccinated travelers would be allowed to freely travel to the US. This, I think, is a positive news, because if you look at our rate of vaccination, we have administered over 800 million doses. The Health Minister yesterday made clear that we would be well within our target to vaccinate our entire eligible population within a short period of time, as the rate of our vaccination process is going. And I think from that perspective, we should be able to ensure that a good number of our people traveling will be in a position to avail of this US opening. Now, you also have to keep in mind that the government has taken steps to facilitate vaccination of those of our citizens who are traveling abroad. Students, professionals, anyone going on official work, your vaccination will be expedited, and the period between two doses will be shortened. So that will also help our people in availing of systems. And I think increasingly in the international regime, you will find that there would be a requirement of people to be vaccinated before traveling. And this is already being seen. Even in our own country, if you have to enter malls, you have to show vaccination certificates. And I think this is something that, as the rate of vaccination increases, will certainly be an increasing trend.
Thank you. Next round of questions. I had seen a hand here.
Foreign Secretary, you mentioned that we have a comprehensive
please go ahead.
Strategic partnership with the US, and there is convergence of interests, and we're going to be talking about defense issues as well. Now, my question is, now the US and the UK are going to be given technology to Australia for their nuclear-powered submarines, whereas the US has refused to even discuss with India the issue of nuclear reactor propulsion technology for Indian aircraft carriers, Indian carriers and aircraft. Why is this so?
Yeah, please.
Foreign Secretary, I just wanted to ask, who are the CEOs that the Prime Minister will be meeting? I believe Apple CEO Tim Cook is one, but if you could just confirm whether that's happening. And just wondering about the trade pact. Is there a limited trade pact? Where are the talks on that? And if there's anything else you would want to add on this?
Thank you. Here, please.
Sir, I just wanted to check, are we going to discuss the nuclear reactors, which we were talking with the US earlier, and the Westinghouse had at that time declared bankruptcy, and is that process still on, or?
At the back, I'll just come back to you.